Good morning! I'm Angelo Castro III.
I'm Angela and we are the Castros.
Happy, Wednesday morning and brunch morning. Kasi kasama natin yan, of course, Second Mile Coffee with their ever famous cream puff and yung coffee. Busy ka naman, no?
Oo, busy. Yung tingnan ko sana YouTube natin.
Oo.
So thank you so much sa ating treat for today.
Second
Every
Mile.
Wednesday, ang Second Mile Coffee.
Oo, laki yun ng cream puff ngayon.
Yes.
Siksik sa krema, siksik sa calories.
Sing-siksik ng ating balita today.
Madami tayong pag-uusapan today kasi umiinit ang kwento because we're serving you news in a countdown.
All that before your second cup of coffee. This is Brunch.
Starting our countdown with basketball, the Gilas Pilipinas Under-17 continues to prepare for the challenging FIBA Under-17 Basketball World Cup. The Gilas boys will play in Pool A where they will go against the world number 2 Spain and Lithuania and Puerto Rico. Coach Josh Reyes said they will take this opportunity to measure their talents against the world's best players. The FIBA Under-17 Basketball World Cup will take place on Istanbul, Turkey from June 29 to July 7.
17U.
Si Ludovice.
Oo, kilala natin
Si Joaquin
yan.
Ludovice nandun.
Naging teammate ng anak natin.
Si kalaban nila is Spain. For context,
Magaling din yun, di ba?
si Pau Gasol
Galing doon.
started in the under 14 pa ata ng FIBA noon. Tapos 17, tapos Spain men's na siya. And of course, the rest is history. Pau Gasol is a legend. Mark Gasol, doon din galing. Oo. Daming mga... kasi at one point, Spain was number 2 or number 1 sa world bago na mayagpag ang US Dream Team.
Okay. That's a true.
Spain, Argentina, US, malalakas. Yan ang unang mga kalaban ng Gilas boys.
Abangan natin yan.
Gandang opportunity for them.
Tsaka magandang laban for sure. Alright, let's move forward to our next topic for today. Parking at our 9th spot is the vehicle population in Metro Manila. The volume of motor vehicles traversing the National Capital Region has increased by 1.1 million in a decade. Now, based on the June report of the Congressional Policy and Budget Research Department, the average annual daily traffic rose to 3.6 million in 2023 from 2.5 million in 2013. It should be noted, however, that the number of cars traversing the capital region has decreased from 1.73 million in 2013 to 1.7 million in 2023. Meanwhile, tricycles has increased by over 10,000 in 10 years. The report also noted that the number of public utility vehicles decreased due to the government's PUV modernization program. Dami sasakyan.
Oo.
Oh, 'di ba sabi nga nila nung
1.1 million in a decade. Wow. Ano ba ang capacity ng EDSA, 'di ba? I don't know. Basta not
hindi
not in a million,
kaya.
hindi kaya. Kaya
actually, nagkaroon nga ng revenge buying sa mga sasakyan noong mga 2022.
Right after pandemic.
2022.
Because also, ang ginawa ng mga companies, inis nila yung mga requirements and binabaan yung mga down payment and monthly payment because to stimulate growth after the pandemic, gusto nilang bumawi. So, ang daming kumuha ngayon ng mga using lower terms and longer
Tapos
terms.
ang mga motorcycles, ganyan din ang ginawa nila. Napakababa ng deposit tas yung monthly. Kaya nakita mo
isipin
ngayon.
mo, you have 5,000.
Ang daming motorcycles sa...
You have 5,000 in your pocket, pwede ka na mag-motorcycle plan.
Actually, naalala ko yung sinabi ni Secretary nung Poverty Alleviation Program, si...
Larry Gadon.
Oo, di ba sinabi niya, yung pinagbasihan niya na maraming... Kotse daw yung mga tao, pambili ng kotse. Di ba? Pag makita mo sa kalsada, ang dami-daming kotse. Di ba? So, yun.
Hindi, pero kasi ang issue, ang dami rin bumibili na hindi kaya bayaran ng monthly. Basta kasi minsan, some people fail to compute. Kala nila, yung monthly, yung down payment madali.
Mababa.
Pero when you compute the monthly and how many years mo binayaran, halos dumodoble na yung binayaran mo sa sasakyan. Oo, kaya, sana tuloy-tuloy ang infrastructure projects nila. Supposedly, meron tayong bypass road.
Yes.
Kasi even the Skyway is traffic. Diba? Skyway is traffic. Oo, sa length ng Skyway okay ang biyahe. Pero pag mag-off-ramp ka na sa exit points, doon ka like 30 minutes, 45 minutes. So, yung time na dinaan mo sa Skyway, halos pareho lang sa EDSA. Oo.
At hanggang ngayon pa, may mga di ba, roads na under repair na kaya talagang nagsisiksikan ngayon sa traffic.
Oh, we have the Kamuning flyover sa may Cubao, that is southbound. And then, meron silang stinap muna for the year until matapos yung Kamuning, yung supposedly sa Magallanes. Oh, madami pa silang construction dyan.
Pero can you imagine, ito, yung tricycle lang Tricycle increased by 10,000 in 10 years. Marami-rami din yan. Oo, diba? Tapos yun nga yung sinabi ko kanina, yung motorcycles, dumami dahil mababa yung deposit, yung monthly, mababa yung deposit. Tapos ito pa yung easier transportation para sa mga ordinaryong
you can weave yourself
diba?
in and out of traffic. Okay,
Alright,
next. Coming in at top 8, the National Privacy Commission has received data breach notification from Maxicare. The health insurance provider also reportedly sent a notification to members affected by the data breach. Cybersecurity group Deep Web Connect says some personal information were exposed. These include the member's address, Maxicare card number, and history of requested procedures. Ako, delikado ang ganito.
Sabi nila, wala daw sensitive information.
Well, address and procedures na request mo
Pero, yun na nga.
That's sensitive.
That's sensitive.
Medical history mo nandun.
Medical history, pati daw yung, of course, yung first name, middle name. Minsan yung mga middle name, yung ginagamit mo ang password, di ba?
Yeah.
Last name, or ano ba yun yung question para makuha mo, ma-retrieve mo yung password mo? Anong middle name mo, di ba?
Anong middle name, ano birthday
Units,
mo.
vendors, companies, emails, and even yung Go Rewards codes nandoon daw sa mga na hack, no? Na nailabas. So, yung card number, corporate account number, birth, mobile numbers, address.
Lahat yan ako
VIP status were also part of the leak. Yan daw yung
Lahat hindi sensitive.
Hindi sensitive yun.
Hindi daw sensitive yan. Napaka-sensitive ng ng mga info na yan. Parang namamayag pag yung mga hacker ulit sunod-sunod sila.
Hindi ko nga alam kung ano yung nila dito ang tawag doon yung goal ng pag-hack nila dito. And kung nagsabi din ba sila katulad dun sa PhilHealth, nag-uusapan natin
nila.
Pag hindi kayo nagbigay ng number of amount, X number of amount, ilalabas namin ito. Pero
magbayad kayo nito, kung hindi, ilalabas namin sa Deep Web.
Oo, dito sa wala. Kasi last week ba yun o 2 weeks ago, ang Toyota naman, nagkaroon ng diba?
Okay, hindi ko alam yan.
Toyota at saka Robinsons.
Tsaka yung mga info na ganyan, yung sinasabi mo, commercial and private, usually binibenta yan. You can access that deep web info sa Telegram. That's why they're dissuading people from using yung Telegram. Diba?
Sige.
Kasi nandun lahat ng access sa deep web.
Exactly. But we're trying to reach out the ICT regarding this situation, this incident, para makakuha tayo ng iba pang mga detalye and other details. But yun nga, before that, coming up, the Alice Guo saga continues. Senator Win Gatchalian unveils new documents accusing the Bamban mayor of faking her background.
Nakita niyo na ba yung itsura ng passport na yan? And what is the military's next plan after a soldier was severely injured in a recent confrontation with China in the West Philippine Sea?
Yan ang magandang pag-usapan din ng mahaba-haba.
Nakakainit ang ulo.
We are just getting started, mga kapatid. More of our top 10 news when Brunch returns. Keep it here on One News. Good morning. You're still watching Brunch here on One News. Happy Wednesday.
Happy
July. Ay, ang ingay. Gulat ako.
Happy Second Mile Wednesday, of course. Cream Puff. And what? Go
June
ahead.
19 ngayon. It's Rizal Day. It's his birthday today.
Wow. Happy birthday, Anong nickname niya?
Si Kapepe.
Kapepe, ayun na. Anyway, mga viewers natin, may mga comments of course dito sa Facebook account natin. Sabi ni Noel, dapat daw i-regulate ang car dealers. Kung hindi kasi yun daw cost ng traffic, benta ng benta. Dapat siguro may limit.
Saka yung
Pwede,
mga
pag-aralan.
yung bili ng kotse, tapos wala namang parking.
Ayun,
Tapos
isa
yung
pa
mga
yan.
building na commercial establishment sila pero wala silang parking.
Walang parking.
Tapos ang
oo.
daming pumupunta na tao sa kanila. Batiin ko rin to si Gary Ko na taga Thailand na laging nanonood sa atin, at saka si Gabriel Romero, at saka si Alex Fuentes. Yan.
At saka the usual suspects, si Gary Field, di ba? Tapos si Vlad, Mother Earth. Good morning.
Yes.
Alright, let's get right to it.
Going straight to our 7th spot, selling of babies remain rampant online, particularly on Facebook. Now, according to the National Authority for Child Care, they are tracking down 5 social media pages. At least 20 pages selling babies online have been blocked. 3 individuals, meanwhile, have been arrested, including those who tried to sell an 8-year-old or 8-month-old baby in Cavite.
Nag-usap na rin po ng NPCC ang Meta Philippines. So what we want is that they put up a mechanism to provide and help identify, to apprehend and prosecute the perpetrators.
Tagal na nagiging issue to, mga babies for sale. Di ba ma-take down, take down?
Yung Facebook pages daw yan supposedly, akala mo mga, ano doon, parang iba yung transaction, adoption or something.
So
Tapos,
ang front nila is parang adoption
oo.
group. Oo.
Tapos yun pala, bentahan na
Actual
ng mga
selling of babies.
Di ba remember, nagkaroon tayo dito ng news din yung, ito nga yun.
Yeah,
yung
we had a
8-month-old
conversation, yeah.
8-month-old baby binenta ng nanay.
Tapos nagkaroon
Nahuli.
entrapment kasi operation,
Yes.
oo.
Sabi nga niya dahil daw sa hirap ng buhay. Pero
Well,
siyempre, hindi naman yung dahilan.
I'm sorry
diba?
pero sa hirap ng buhay shouldn't be a reason for you to sell your baby. If you really, really mean well, di pa-adapt mo lang sa better family para sa baby maganda buhay niya.
Kaya nga ngayon, itong mga, anong tawag doon? Yung national, yung kanina yung binasa ko, yung sa child care.
Oh.
Ano tawag dito? National
Kaya mo
Authority
yan.
for Child Care.
Kaya mo yan.
Yan. So,
Yan.
di ba, they're tracking down nga yung 5 social media pages and other pages. Tapos nakikipag-coordinate sila sa Meta mismo. Kasi 'di ba, these people are creating mga scam pages.
Yes.
'Di ba? Or yung mga pages nga na pagbebenta ng mga bata.
At saka, I think they're also taking a look if all these pages are kasi namamayagpag sila sa marketplace ng Facebook. So they're taking a look if there's one group, one big syndicate behind this,
Yes.
controlling all of these pages or nagkataon lang na magkahiwalay. Pero yung feeling nila, may malaking grupo behind all of this, di ba? And titignan din nila if some of these babies are also being sold to foreign nationals.
Oo. Kasi may mga ano rin tayo na babalita dito, mismo mga magulang kasama sa pagbebenta sa mga anak nila online, di ba? Kaya ngayon, actually nakausap natin din last time,
Yes.
taga DSWD, regarding adoption process
Madali
naman.
daw. In-explain, it's very
Kasi
simple.
before medyo mahirap.
May
Ngayon,
court order, may judge appearance pa
inaanan
dati.
nila
Oo.
yung proseso. Para daw dun sa mga hindi talaga kaya na, di ba? Instead
Yeah.
na ibenta nyo or kung ano mang gawin nyo
Pa-adapt
sa
nyo.
anak nyo, pa-adapt nyo na lang dun sa mga pamilya na talagang makakapag-alaga ng anak ninyo. Kaysa ganito po yung ginagawa ninyo. But syempre, we will remain vigilant doon sa pagtatrack nga nitong mga social media pages na nagbebenta ng mga bata online. Alright, let's move
Okay.
forward to our next topic for today.
On to our 6th spot, authorities have yet to verify the condition of a missing Filipino crew member. The White House earlier reported that the Filipino was killed after the Houthi rebels attacked MV Tutor in the Red Sea. But the Foreign Affairs Department remains optimistic that the seafarer will be found safe. 21 other Filipinos on board the ship arrived safely in the Philippines on Monday. Medyo confusing yung kasi we've had all these exercises with the
Yesterday,
Philippines
diba?
military. We've had good coordination with the U.S. also regarding intelligence. And Americans, they came out in a press conference saying, diba, na napatay nga tong isang Filipino.
And DMW confirmed it.
And then now they're saying that sana, I mean, we want to, of course, we want the best news possible, but to have two conflicting sources of information.
Kawawa naman yung family.
Oh,
at the end
kawawang
of the
family.
day.
These two agencies, sa Filipino and the US counterparts, are very closely coordinated yan. So I'm wondering, anong info meron tayo na wala ang US?
Yeah.
Na we think na may possibility
Baka
na buhay
daw. Kasi
pa. Baka
ang
meron pa eh.
For DFA kasi, as long as hindi pa daw nila makita yung body itself, umaasa pa rin sila na buhay nga ito.
I think,
Nag-iisa
you're right.
na lang, na from the 22 crew member nga na nandiyan sa MV Tutor.
Baka ganun nga.
Pumalaot sa Red Sea.
We're waiting to see the actual body. Whereas in US, siguro they're relying on yung accounts mismo na nagsabi na yes, there was this Filipino and Sri Lankan ata yung isa na were found dead. So sana hindi. Let's see. Patuloy-tuloy ito until we'll be definitely updating all our viewers ano yung mga kaganapan dito. Hoping for the best also.
Of course.
Oo.
All right, let's move forward. Ito na. Favorite mo to, Diego, din isa sa mga favorite mo to. Nagbabalik sa ating countdown, ranking 5th in our countdown is Arnie Teves. The extradition hearing of the expelled lawmaker in Timor-Leste has concluded. The Court of Appeals of Timor-Leste has 5 days to render its decision. It is expected that the decision will be announced by the end of June. The Justice Department, DOJ, remains optimistic that the decision will be favorable to them. DOJ has been seeking to bring back Teves to the country. He is facing charges as the alleged mastermind of the Roel de Gamo slay case. In all other cases pending doon sa mga iba pang mga inaakusa sa kanya na mga may kinalaman din sa pagpatay.
He's tagged already as a terrorist.
Yeah.
And ang tawag dito, di ba he was initially released from prison?
Yeah, tapos nag-house arrest siya.
They re-arrested him for house arrest in preparation for itong hearing na ngayon. We're waiting for a decision to come out. And of course, yung wife ni
De Gamo,
the former governor, the late Governor Roel de Gamo, is hoping na ma-resolve to immediately para at least meron ng resolution yung nangyari. Kasi di ba, we all know what happened to the late Governor Roel de Gamo. Di ba, may actual videos lumabas of the gunmen. They traced the gunmen. The gunmen said mga Teves family nga ang gumawa nito.
Malalim tong mga kaso na to actually. But yun nga, ang importante, mapabalik siya dito para maharap naman niya yung mga allegations sa kanya. Kasi di ba, for the longest time, for so many months, we were playing hide and seek with the former congressman na Arnie Teves. Before, we didn't know his whereabouts until nahanap siya sa Timor-Leste.
Parang dami nag-hide and seek ngayon
Uso ngayon yan. Huwag ka magtago dahil ibibigay mo tong ating top 4 today.
Okay. Four cops from Caloocan have been found guilty for the killing of a father and son at the height of the Duterte drug war. Mon Gualvez with the report.
Mary Ann Domingo turned emotional while embracing her children and grandchildren at the exit of the courtroom of Caloocan RTC Branch 121. The court has just found guilty for homicide 4 policemen involved in the killing of Mary Ann's husband and one of her children. Father and son, Luis and Gabriel Bonifacio, are among the thousands of victims of the drug war in 2016. After 8 years of legal battles, Mary Ann's family has now achieved justice.
Dito ko naramdaman na may hustisya pala. At ito rin yung daan na patuloy ko ipaglalaban yung mag-ama ko. Para makamit ko talaga yung totoong hustisya para sa mag-ama ko.
But for the victims' lawyers, the court's decision can only be regarded as a half victory. The policemen involved should have been meted with heavier sentences.
Kasi pinagplanuhan, ibig sabihin may premeditated yung nangyari at saka may treachery, use of superior force na mga qualifying circumstances para maging murder yung kaso.
The police officers found guilty for killing the Bonifacios are Master Sergeant Virgilio Cervantes and Police Corporals Arnel de Guzman, Johnston Alacre, and Artemio Seguros Jr. All four were sentenced to a minimum of 6 years in prison and each ordered to pay damages of up to 400,000 pesos. The convicted policemen refused to give a statement, but a wife of one of the accused expressed dismay over the court's decision.
Operation po yun eh. Police operation po yun eh. Siyempre, hindi ko alam sa dami nila. Siguro nasa 15 yata sila. Pero bakit silang 4 lang yung pinaka naapektuhan sa lahat?
Lawyers of the policemen are now looking to file an appeal against the verdict. Meanwhile, family members of other extrajudicial killings or EJK victims express support for Mary Ann and her family. For Mary Ann, the International Criminal Court must continue its investigation into these killings so more families can also obtain justice.
Ito yung pamamaraan na panawagan namin eh. Hindi lang sa akin, hindi lang sa mag-ama ko, kundi sa amin lahat ng mga biktima. Hindi para baliwalain, kundi bigyan pansin ang karapatan namin bilang isang tao.
For now, Mary Ann's camp still has a pending petition before the Supreme Court to review the Ombudsman decision to file homicide charges against the 4 policemen out of the total of 21 personnel they filed complaints against. For News 5, Mon Gualvez, we are One News.
Ngayon
2016 pa.
Oo. Kasi ang sinasabi kasi ng family ng mga victims, for example, yung mag-asawa, di ba, yung pumunta sa house, ang sinasabi nila, nung lumabas sila doon, nung dumating daw yung mga police, naka-undergarment sila. So parang bakit
Supposedly legit operation.
bakit kiniklaim ng police na they opened fire first on the policemen, kaya nag-return fire lang policemen? When bumaba sila, halos patulog na sila, hindi nga sila, naka-90 sila, nakapantulog sila. So in other words, they were about to retire for the night. 'Di ba? Ang claim kasi ng police, return fire, defensive lang ng ginagawa nila. Ang claim naman itong family, hindi. Planado ang ginawa nila sa amin. So it should be, ayan ang claim ng family din. That's
should be
why
murder, hindi homicide. Pero binabasa homicide eh.
At saka sabi ng lawyer, may mga circumstances na may treachery, may premeditation and planning, an operation, 'di ba? Ang claim ng policemen,
At saka
they're defending themselves.
they wanted more officers indicted in this case.
Yes, out of the 21, ilan lang?
Actually, total of 15 daw, 4 lang tong
4 lang nakasuhan.
nakasuhan. Tapos, aside dun sa 6 to 10 years na imprisonment, pinagbabayad sila ng 400,000 each in damages sa pamilya ng mga biktima. Sabi mo, gano'n ang halaga
Number
ng
1,
buhay.
ganun lang ba halaga ng buhay? Number 2, hindi mo makukuha ng pamilya
400,000.
kaagad yan until may resolution ng case. Kasi
mag-aapila pa ito eh.
may Court of Appeals pa, may Supreme Court pa, di ba? And usually, mga claims na yan, ang tagal yan bago makuha, di ba?
I remember, di ba dati may kausap tayong lawyer before. Tapos sinatanong natin, paano na-compute, kunyari, ng korte, yung damages. Kunyari, ito may namatay. Kino-compute pala nila yung, number of years na po pwede pa siyang mabuhay.
At magtrabaho.
At makapagtrabaho, magkano yung kinikita niya.
Yeah.
So, ganun pala daw mag-compute.
Kasi the hardest thing now to compute in psychological damage.
Yes.
Usually, if you try to ask for plenty, babagsak ng court yan because how do you quantify psychological damage? So usually, ang standard ng mga ibang judge is they compute all. Since sinasabi mo, kino-compute nila yung kung magpa-treat ka sa isang psychologist o sa isang doctor for the psychological impact na meron ka, magkano ang babayaran mo, how long yung treatment, yan ang ika-quantify at bibigay sa'yo. Diba? Hindi yung sa ibang country kasi, when they yung psychological damage, ano yung impact sa buhay mo, makakapagtrabaho ka pa dahil na-trauma ka, things like that. Oo.
Pero yun nga, kahit papano, sabi ng pamilya nila, may hustisya pa rin. Pero hindi yun yung hustisya
But 6 years.
Nila.
Parang
6 to 10 years actually. Pero,
kiniklaim nila 6 to 10 years for what they claim was premeditated. Diba? So anyway, mahaba pa yan because may Supreme Court pa sila. And you know how long these things take. Diba, minsan, dekada ang umaabot yung mga ganyan eh.
Alright, ano ba? Meron pa?
Sige.
Oh, go. Bakit?
Hindi, tinatok sabi mo.
Tinitignan ko lang yung mga detalye kasi.
Joke lang naman kita eh. Oy, pero madami pa tayong pag-uusapan, kaya dapat huwag kayong aalis. Don't go away because we are not done yet. Meron pa tayong tatlo.
Tatlo actually.
Tatlo pa. Tama, tatlo. Go na. Tuloy mo na.
You're still watching Brunch here on One News.
Ay, happy Wednesday and thank you again sa Second Mile.
Yes.
And sabi ni
Sino?
Sam Pokemon Go, present na daw siya.
Present.
Hello
Yung
kay
mga
Ralph
usual
Domingo.
suspects natin.
Kay Elmer. Hello, good morning Elmer. Thank you for watching. Oo.
Naku, lakasan naman ng ulan kahapon, no?
Akala ko
Parang
today.
hindi ngayon.
Oo.
Sa umaga, medyo mainit. Pero pag sa bandang hapon paggabi, malakas na yung ulan. That's going to be the norm na ngayong
Kaya
June to
medyo
December.
malamig yung temperature kayo ng umaga, nasa 27, 28 eh. Oo. Because,
Pero sa hapon, mainit. Tapos
Oo.
biglang uulan ng malakas.
kasi anong tawag ng precipitation.
Precipitation. Oo. Sige, let's move forward to our topic for today. Sizzling in the second spot are Pogos in Pampanga. Number 3, rather. The mayors in Pampanga have agreed to prohibit Pogo operations in their province. Now, Pampanga Vice Governor Lilia Pineda said they are preparing the resolution for Pogo ban. Once this resolution is passed, the provincial government will not grant a business license to Pogos even if they have a license from PAGCOR. This decision came after the raid operations in an illegal Pogo hub in Porac, Pampanga.
Pagka dumami ng dumami yan, ano naman ang ekonomiya namin? Ang hinahanap namin, mga taxes. Sila naman, di naman sila marunong magbayad ng taxes nila.
Yan ang sinasabi ng mga senador kay suspended Mayor Alice Guo na even if may PAGCOR license ka, may discretion pa rin ng mayor. Kasi sa Tarlac, di ba, hindi bawal ang... Supposedly, bawal ang Pogo.
Bawal ang Pogo.
So may discretion ng mayor whether or not you will allow in your area of jurisdiction, you will accept the PAGCOR license and you'll accept the business in your area. Kasi ang parang sinasabi ni suspended Mayor Guo wala akong magagawa may license
Binigyan
ka
ko
sa
sila ng
pero discretion pa rin niya yun. And she could have said no. Wait lang, sa Tarlac bawal yan. Sorry, cannot grant you that. She didn't do
Actually,
that
yan ang parang, di ba, nagbigay siya ng letter
Yes.
sa Malacanang na stating na yung kanyang pagbibigay daw ng business permit dito sa Bantarlac, sa Pogo, di ba, ay hindi daw nangangahulugan na protector na siya ng Pogo doon.
Well,
or nagkakandong siya ng mga
Well, at the very
Pogo
least,
businesses doon.
she didn't do her due diligence as a public official. Di ba? Incompetence ang nangyari. It's because ikaw ang head ng municipality mo, ng city mo, or ng town mo At the very least, dapat vinet mo properly. Ano ba tong business na to?
Exactly.
Oo.
So, yan din yung tinatanong natin ngayon sa mga opisyal sa Porac, Pampanga.
Yes.
Because nakita naman natin yung hub doon sa Porac na ni-raid
Napakalaki.
includes 40 to 46 buildings. And apparently, ang sabi ng mayor, hindi daw nila alam
Yes.
na may ongoing na Pogo nun. Alam nila, golf course lang. Pero ikaw ba naman, ang nakalagay dun sa, ang tawag dito, sa business permit pala na binigay sa kanila, 2, 6, 7 empleyado lang.
Pero
Pero ang laki ng business na
Laki
yun,
ng business.
'di ba? Tapos for sure yung mga trucks doon, yung mga deliveries, yung ginagawa yun, in and out yun sa Pampanga, walang nakakaalam.
malaki yung economic hub na yon. And ang ugali kasi ng mga mayor, if there's big economic hubs in their jurisdiction, titignan nila yan because visit nila yan because syempre, proud ka, city mo to, malaki
Yes.
economic hub mo, may taxes to. They'll grace the event, sino ba may-ari, di ba, let's work together, how can I help you? Wala man lang
Walang
nag-check
ganon.
ng ganon, di nila alam.
Actually, sinabi ng ng Pampanga Chamber of Commerce, sila ay din
Against it.
nagbigay ng position paper sa Sangguniang Panlalawigan na iba na nga talaga ang legal, pati legal na Pogo, and of course itong illegal Pogos dun sa kanilang lugar. And he's also saying na, kasi I asked him kanina dun sa kabilang programa na magkano ba, meron po ba kayong datos na meron ba talagang naibibigay na ambag sa economy ng Pampanga, itong mga Pogo hubs dyan sa Pampanga? Sabi, actually wala nga daw silang nararamdaman, and even if they try to go inside yung sa Pogo hub before, parang hindi naman daw sila pinapayagang pumasok.
Hindi ko alam kasi kung ano yung treatment nila sa mga POGO hub na to. If it's like PEZA, yung mga economic zones,
Yes.
na centralized ang collection nito. Kasi usually pag PEZA zones yan, saan napupunta ba yan? Sa local government or sa national government diretso, di ba? Yun ang i-check natin kasi according sa Governor Pineda, wala naman talagang nakokolektang taxes sila sa mga POGO na yan. And number 2, yung imahe na binibigay ng POGO sa area nila, yung mga ibang business around the POGO.
Natatarnish daw yung reputation.
Oo, yung mga ibang businesses na around the POGO or yung mga areas na pwedeng i-develop pa sana, ayaw daw mag-invest ng mga tao because may POGOng malapit, di ba?
Plus, they don't really employ...
They don't want anything to do with the POGO area.
Tapos sinasabi din nga dito ng Pampanga Chamber of Commerce, they don't really employ
Locals.
taga Pampanga locals, no? Kasi wala, hindi mo daw maririnig din sa mga locals na empleyado.
Illegal
sila
Chinese
outside.
immigrants, ina-employ nila.
Alright, sige, let's move forward to mahaba-habang usapin yan no? Dahil...
Mahaba pa yan.
Oo, meron pa rin tayo. Ano ba yung next na ano natin? Oh, ayan, ito na. Kasunod, sabi ko na nga ba kasunod dito, kakambal nitong balita
Ito,
natin sa
mainit-init
POGO.
din to. Mainit-init din
Oh,
to.
itong top 2 na news natin. Go ahead, Diego.
Okay. Ito the saga continues at number 2. Senator Sherwin Gatchalian has released a document about the supposed real identity of suspended Mayor Alice Guo. In the document provided by the Board of Investments, her name appears to be Guo Hua Ping, a student born on August 31, 1990. According to Gatchalian, Guo may have entered the Philippines in 2003 when she was 13 years old. Her camp, however, denies that the one in the document is not Alice Guo.
Hindi naman siya yun Ang daming Guo Ping. Ilan ba yung Guo Hua Ping? Ilan yun? Ilan ba yun?
Okay.
Ang dami nun Ang daming Guo Ping. Tsaka hindi siya yun.
Prior to that, Guo sent a letter to Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin calling for a fair and thorough investigation. Bersamin also serves as the chairman of the Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission, or PAOC, which leads the operations against illegal POGOs.
It's simply a letter addressed to the Executive Secretary as the chairman of the PAOCC, just expressing the mayor's intention that she is one with the commission to uncover the truth and for justice to prevail.
Speaking about the issue kanina, yung data breach.
Oo, yung data breach sa Maxicare, yung HMO. Let's talk more about that data breach.
We have with us the ICT Undersecretary Jeffrey E&D is now joining us via the phone lines. Magandang umaga.
Magandang umaga. Sorry na-late ako.
No, okay lang po. I know you're busy po. Madaming
Good to have you back.
Oo, a lot of issues to talk about. But first off, we'd like to ask you po, was the DICT also notified about that recent data breach, and what do you know so far?
Sorry, so I can greet you. This is Angelo, right?
Yes,
Yes.
that's right.
Angelo.
That's right, you said.
Yes.
Yes. So Angelo, no, we were not informed by Maxicare. However, Maxicare did inform the National Privacy Commission, which is an attached agency of the ICT, and that's where we coordinated. Iyan ang isang weakness ng batas. Wala tayong cybersecurity law like the other countries.
Yes.
Where any type of attack, if there is an attack, it should be reported to your computer emergency response team.
Initially kasi po ang sinasabi nila wala daw masela na impormasyon ang lumabas, pero looking at kung ano yung nandun, we have the phone number, we have yung procedures that were requested. Meron pa at Angela phone numbers, no?
Phone numbers,
First address, last name.
middle name.
So that
Correct.
maselan po yan, no, Yusek?
Yes, so I beg to disagree. If there was a statement, which I haven't read yet, if there was a statement that hindi to masaselang informasyon, then we beg to disagree. So based on our investigation, so private company si Maxicare, so hindi kami makapasok dyan sa Maxicare unless merong order to do so, no? Pero based on our investigations, meron tayong tinatawag na open source intelligence. Tinitingnan natin yung mga nangyayari sa internet. Ang nangyayari is, merong yung threat actor nakadiscover ng username and password ng isang may access sa loob ng Maxicare.
Okay.
And then ginamit niya yung password na ito para ma-access niya yung Maxicare dashboard. No? So
okay.
ang lesson dito, dapat meron tayong multi-factor authentication para kahit na alam ko yung password, hindi ako makakapasok agad, lalo ko administrator password yon, di ba? So that's the first lesson.
Oo. So Yusek, we can directly say na local entity yung may gawa nitong hacking na ito.
May nagkiklaim
May
na mukhang
nagkiklaim,
local
oo.
entity. Yes.
Pero, go ahead, sir.
So, may nagkiklaim, tapos itong local, syempre, nakakoda siya. Itong nagkiklaim na ito, pinorward niya rin yung databases na na-breach niya, dinump niya sa breach forums at saka sa iba pang mga social media, sa iba pang mga websites.
Okay, so he's just claiming it. Pero may possibility po ba na meron tong kinalaman dun sa mga previous hacking? Like yung, I think that was a week or 2 weeks ago, yung sa Toyota and Robinsons, or wala?
Hindi pa namin alam yung part na yan. Pero based on the initial investigations, mukhang iba ito. Hindi siya related to those.
And base po dito sa mga initial investigation po ninyo, ma-identify po ba natin yung possible reason or goal ng mga hackers dito po sa data breach na ito?
Yung goal kasi usually, pag ganito kasi, hobbyist ito. Kasi, pagkakuha niya, pinagmalaki niya, and sinabi niya, mayroon akong data breach. Marami kasing ganyan, they scrape the internet. Ang tawag namin dyan, scraping. At may nakitang password, sinubukan. So it could...
Parang bragging rights ba?
Is talent, yes, parang bragging rights. I wouldn't say by accident, kasi may talent din ng scraping.
Yeah.
That is a considerable way of doing things also. So nakuha niya. Siguro, yan din ang gusto kong, kaya nga, if Maxicare needs our help, we can assist them.
Right.
And
baka kasi meron silang info stealer sa loob ng system nila at nananakaw yung kanilang mga admin password.
And finally, before we go, Yusek, what should now then the Maxicare members do? I mean, anong option sila? Should they be worried? Kasi madami nagsasabi na, kung lumabas yung phone number, address, pati yung procedure na rini-request namin, anong gagawin namin? Do we leave Maxicare? Where can they go?
Very good, no? So first point to Maxicare, under the data privacy law, the Maxicare has an obligation to inform the data subjects, which is kung sino, halimbawa, ikaw, Angelo, or Angela, kung kayo ay Maxicare beneficiaries, kung kayo ay nandun sa data breach, they have the obligation to inform you.
Okay.
That's the first one. Dapat makareceive ka man lang ng email sinasabi sa'yo or ng phone call na kasama ka sa ng data breach. Okay. Number 2, ito naman para sa data subjects. Pag naka-receive kayo ng phone call, naka-receive kayo ng text, take it with a grain of salt. Kasi baka mamaya hindi si Maxicare gumagawa nun, baka scammer na.
Okay.
Never give out information. If you receive a call and they ask you for something, ang sagot ninyo, ikaw tumawag ba't mo ko tinatanong?
That's right. Oo.
Right?
Yeah.
Thank you for the information that I was breached.
Yes.
I thank you for the information. I will take it from here. Pag tinanong sa'yo, may papadala po kami sa yung text to confirm na ito ang kausap namin na ikaw nga, Angela. Please give us the code. Of course not. Why would I do that?
Tama. Ikaw tumatawag. Ikaw nagtatanong. So much to talk about, Yusek, but unfortunately, wala tayong time. We hope to have you back on the show. Thank you again for joining us, the ICT Undersecretary Jeffrey Yandi.
Thank you.
Oo nga ba naman?
Problema din
ikaw na
dyan
nga tumawag, ikaw ka nagtatanong ng info.
Tsaka ang problema dyan, yung sa nag-hack, ang problema, merong bumibili ng mga impormasyon.
Yes, may syndicate sa they talk about it, yung
sa
scrub
dark
list.
web.
Yung scrub list na tinatawag nila.
Okay, ito na. Pumunta na tayo sa ating top story dahil mainit-init itong usapin na ito. Our top story is another incident in the West Philippine Sea. A soldier was severely injured after the China Coast Guard intentionally rammed our vessel during a resupply mission in the Ayungin Shoal. That's why for a former defense secretary, it's time for the country to fight back harder against China. Here's the report.
The China Coast Guard or CCG has been more aggressive against their vessels recently. In the latest incident on Monday, CCG has chased, rammed, and blocked the armed forces of the Philippines rubber boats used for the resupply mission in Ayungin Shoal. According to a News 5 source, the rubber boats are on their way to BRP Sierra Madre to deliver their supplies when CCG vessels came and harassed us. CCG also punctured the AFP's rubber boats to ensure they can proceed to BRP Sierra Madre. But they did not stop there. CCG personnel forcibly boarded one of our rubber boats and attempted to confiscate the weapons of the Naval Special Operations Group. Our soldiers resisted and the commotion resulted in one soldier's finger getting cut off. The soldier was immediately rushed to the nearest hospital for medical treatment. The resupply mission also failed as none of the vessels made it to BRP Sierra Madre. CCG defended their aggressive actions and said it's just their control measure. But for International Affairs Analyst Renato De Castro, this can be considered as a direct attack to our military. Now it's up to President Bongbong Marcos if he will invoke the Mutual Defense Treaty with the U.S.
Any arm attack that could trigger the Mutual Defense Treaty is not limited to kinetic action, meaning the use of force. It could be any actions that could cause damages to properties, injuries, and death to uniformed service personnel.
Meanwhile, former Defense Secretary Orly Mercado said it's no more Mr. Nice Guy for the Philippines this time.
Kailangan magpakita ka rin ng we cannot ask other countries to fight for us. We have to fight. We have to be willing to die also.
The palace has yet to release a statement about this incident.
Now to get this insights about this, we have Philippine Society for International Security Studies President Professor Romel Banlawi. He is also New Era University's chairman of the Advisory Board of China Studies. Magandang umaga po sa inyo, Professor.
Magandang umaga, Angela. Magandang umaga, Diego. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat.
Yes, Prof, let's start off now. Now, how can the government strengthen its response to China after this latest harassment incident na mukhang escalated na ang aggression?
Yun nga po talaga ang resulta na kinakaharap natin because we are strengthening our actions. We are also receiving stronger reactions from China. I call that the action-reaction dynamic. So habang pinapalakas po natin ang ating actions diyan, ay nakaka-receive po tayo na mas malakas din na actions from China. Yan po ang vicious cycle na kakaharapin natin hanggat hindi po natin nasa-settle peacefully yung ating dispute with China.
I'd like to ask about yung reaction yung sinasabi nyo. No? Are you saying na then yung pagbiyahe ng mga sundalo natin, itong Navy personnel, to attempt to resupply yung mga Marines natin is deserving of a Chinese boarding our rubber boats and in a scuffle, cutting off a finger of a soldier and even puncturing one of our boats? Hindi ba po medyong overkill ang reaction nila?
Hindi ko po sinasabi na deserving po yun. Kayo po ang nagsasabi niyan. Ang sinasabi ko lang po na habang pinapalakas po natin ang ating actions ay makaka-receive po tayo ng mas malakas na action sa China dahil po ang nagaganap po sa pagitan ng Pilipinas at ang China sa West Philippine Sea, yung tinatawag po namin na action-reaction dynamic. Habang naman tayo nakaka-receive ng harder actions from China, ay gusto rin nating palakasin yung ating actions. Ngayon nga po, may call na for the invocation of mutual defense treaty para mas malakas po natin. So yan po ang mangyayari. So tingnan po natin kung ano magiging consequence niyan, kung ano ang magiging reaction na manggagaling din sa China. Sinasabi ko lang po na yan po ang nangyayari ngayon sa West Philippine Sea action-reaction dynamics po.
Okay.
Pero sa inyo po, Professor, do you think ito pong nangyari na insidente between the China and the Philippines sa West Philippine Sea, does this call for the invocation of MDT?
Sa akin po, kung may iwasan po natin i-invoke ang Mutual Defense Treaty, ay iwasan po natin dahil pag in-invoke po natin ang Mutual Defense Treaty, mako-convert yung problema sa West Philippine Sea from diplomatic political problem to a military problem. So handa ba nating pasukin ang isang military situation diyan sa West Philippine Sea? Ang China ay umiiwas po sa ganyang klaseng military situation, kaya ang ginagawa po nila ay gray zone operation. Kumbaga, hindi talaga purely military, pero may ganung epekto. So, tingnan po natin kung hanggang saan hahantong yung sitwasyon ngayon. Pero para sa akin, kung may actions po natin lahat ng peaceful options ay exhaust po natin, wag po tayong maubusan ng pasensya. Kasi once na in-invoke po natin ang Mutual Defense Treaty, ay mag-change po yung nature ng conflict from political diplomatic problem at magiging pong military problem na po yan. At yan po ang dapat paghandaan natin kung naging military ang situation sa West Philippine Sea.
Prof, gusto ko lang makuha po yung yung thoughts nyo on, sabi nila na we can explore daw yung MDT pero hindi war, pwedeng pag-usapan daw ng both governments kung if ever may option na hanggang pag-escort lang ng US Navy sa Philippine Navy or sa mga Coast Guard activities para ma-deter po ang Chinese action against our Navy and Coast Guard.
Para po sa akin, para po matapos na yung mga maraming speculation sa commitment ng US, ay sige, subukan po natin i-invoke ang Mutual Defense Treaty at tingnan po natin kung hanggang saan pwede umaksyon militarily ang Estados Unidos. Tingnan po natin, pero ang kinababahala ko diyan ay yung possible reactions ngayon for China. Ay dapat ay paghandaan po natin ang sarili natin kung ano ang magiging consequence nito. Kasi sa akin ay yung ganyang sa klaseng situation ay magdudulot lamang po ng tinatawag ko na further escalation rather than peaceful resolution of conflict. Ngayon, kung yan po talaga ang option na gusto nating i-pursue, ay dapat ihanda po natin ang ating mga sarili dahil hindi lamang po magkakaroon ng military consequences yan, magkakaroon din po ng political, economic consequences sa Pilipinas. At hindi lamang ang Pilipinas ang maapektuhan yan, magkakaroon po ng greater instabilities po sa region. At yun po ang dapat natin pong paghandaan kung yan lang talaga ang direction na gusto nating i-pursue.
Right, Professor, this recent resupply mission on June 17 was actually headed by the Philippine Navy, Armed Forces of the Philippines instead of PCG. No, what does this tell you po? Na this is in the midst of implementing ito nga pong pag-aaresto supposedly ng China sa mga foreign trespassers sa kanilang kiniklaim na teritoryo?
Unang-una gusto ko pong i-emphasize na hindi ko po nagustuhan yung aksyon na ginawa ng China laban po sa ating mga tropa sa West Philippine Sea. Hindi po katanggap-tanggap yan. Para sa atin po ay violative yan ng ating right na maglayag sa area na yan. Pero at the same time, ay dapat ay explore din natin yung mga iba pang options kung paano mapipigilan yung China sa kanilang ginagawa sa atin. Kasi yun po ang dapat natin pag-aralan ng gusto kung ano ba ang mga possible options para ihiltunan ng China yung ganyang klaseng military actions or law enforcement actions against us. Ngayon, kung ang nakikita natin ay ang pag-i-invoke ng Mutual Defense Treaty, ay sige, subukan natin yan. Pero sa akin, ay magbabago yung framing ng issue sa West Philippine Sea. Sa halip na makakontribute ka sa peaceful resolution, ay baka magkaroon pa ng further escalation.
Yeah, but the question is, Professor, yung ginawa po natin, na Navy po yung pinadala natin, Armed Forces of the Philippines ang pinadala po natin sa resupply mission natin ngayong last June 17. Instead, yung regular na ginagawa po natin na civilian in nature, which is the Philippine Coast Guard. Do you think...
Ito nga po sa aking pag-a-analyze lang, bilang scholar po ng military studies, kung na-assault po yung ating military forces, ay dapat umaksyon na agad ng Estados Unidos yan. Yan po ang problema po sa ating Mutual Defense Treaty. Wala pong automatic retaliation from the United States.
Okay. And
wala pong automatic retaliation. Kung ako nakita ko yung kaibigan ko inaatake na, ay pagtatanggol ko agad yan. Pero sa nature po ng Mutual Defense Treaty natin with the United States, wala pong ganyang automatic retaliation. Kailangan pa nating i-invoke, at pag na-invoke natin ay subject pa to respective constitutional processes of both parties.
Of course, medyo...
So, yun nga po.
Yes, Prof. Medyo last option na, of course, yung ganitong pag-invoke. But you're talking about explore other options. Ano po ba ang options na meron tayong pwede explore na hindi pa natin po nagagawa?
Naku, napakarami po. Kami pong nasa academic community ay marami po kaming mga peaceful options na nilalatag. Pero sa ngayon po, ang nakikita kong first step na dapat gawin ng Pilipinas at ang China para ma-explore itong mga peaceful options na to ay ma-rebuild yung confidence. Kasi wala pong tiwala sa isa't isa ang parties concerned. So dapat ma-rebuild yung confidence para po ma-promote yung mutual trust. At paano po mangyayari yan? Nangangailangan po to ng back-channeling efforts kapares nung nangyari nung panahon ni Fidel D. Ramos, di ba? He broke the ice with China in order to open rooms for peaceful dialogue. Kaya kailangan po natin ng ganyan. Pero hanggang hindi po natin nare-rebuild ang confidence, ay magpapatuloy po ang escalation of the situation in the West Philippine Sea. At ang kinakatakot ko po ay baka po humantong to sa isang military conflict na wala namang, hindi namang ginugusto ng lahat. Oo. Kaya para sa akin po, ang key step talaga ay ma-rebuild yung confidence between the two parties. And it takes two to tango. Hindi lamang tayo dapat ang mag-exert ng effort towards that. Dapat mag-exert din yung effort ang China towards that. Oo. Kaya dapat mutual po talaga ma-rebuild yung confidence. Hanggang hindi po na-rebuild ang confidence, ay patuloy po tayong makakaranas ng ganitong problema at baka maging mas malala pa ang problema ang kakaharapin natin.
Ako, dami pang pag-uusapan pero sayang, wala nang oras. Sana next time, Prof, we can speak longer. But for that, thank you very much po for joining us.
Ang gusto ko lang pong sabihin po sana sa ating mga nakikinig at mga nanonood ng programa nyo, ay tayo pong mga mamayan ay kalma lang po. Pigilan po natin yung emotion, hayaan po natin ang mga respective authorities natin na i-handle po ang mga sitwasyon na to dahil alam ko nasasaktan po ang damdamin natin ay bigyan po natin ng tiwala ang ating mga authorities na kaya nilang i-resolve yung problema na to.
Maraming salamat, Professor Romel Banlawi, for joining us today.
God bless you.
Thank you po. All right, and with that, I'd like to leave everyone with a quote. There are 3 ways to ultimate success. The first way is to be kind. Second way is to be kind. And the third way is to be kind. Quote from Mr. Rogers.
Alright, maraming salamat muli sa Second Mile Coffee for our treat today.
And that wraps up today's episode of Brunch.
Join us again tomorrow. I'm Angela Lagunzad-Castro.
And I'm Angelo Castro III. We are One News.
All sides, all the time.